Hello friends, I am here today to share with you part 2 of a video series that I saw on Rachel Reads and Sings channel. This one is, the first part was the highest average ratings on Goodreads, and this one is going to be the lowest average rating on Goodreads. So the worst books I've read according to Goodreads. I'm going to start with the highest rating and work my way down on this one. So the first one is the X Hex by Erin Sterling. This one has a 3.55 rating. I gave it 4 stars. It was okay. Like, I really enjoyed it. It kept me interested. I can kind of see where some people might have been a bit bored by it, especially if they're used to more intense witchy romances, but I thought it was pretty good. So I have 2 that were average 3.53. This first one, I'm honestly surprised it's not lower. It's Well Played by Jen DeLuca. This is book 2 in her Ren Fair series. And if you know, you know. This one didn't go over well after book 1. It had a catfishing element, and it was too much of, for me, it was too much of the catfishing element. I feel like if people would have been honest a little bit sooner, maybe it would have been saved for me, but when you lie for like 80% of the book, you can't really be mad that somebody's mad at you. The next one is How to Find a Princess by Alyssa Cole. So it has a 3.53. I rated it 3 stars. Seems about average to me. I don't really remember much about the plot of this book. I know that it's a sapphic romance of a woman who is sent to go find this long lost princess, and then when she finds the woman in New York, I think it's New York, they have to like travel back to the country that she's the long lost princess of, but I don't really remember any of the details. So there are 1, 2, 3 that have a 3.52 rating. The first one is Donut Fall in Love by Jackie Lau. I gave this one 4 stars. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't anything spectacular, amazing. I think he's an actor, and he's supposed to be going on this like celebrity baking show, and so he enlists this bakery owner that he finds himself really attracted to into helping him. The next is Something in the Air by Jenny Gardiner. This one has a 3.52 rating. I rated it 2 stars. I don't remember anything about this. I'm assuming it's one that I just picked up as a free ebook at some point, but I do not know when that happened. And also The Sea Witch by Katie Robert. I was a little surprised. I guess... No, you know what? I was going to say I guess it's probably my least favorite because the ones towards the beginning of the series I consider more favorited. But Queen Takes Rose, I feel like it would be lower rated for me. Like if I ranked the series in order of enjoyment, I feel like Queen Takes Rose would be lower for me. But apparently a lot of people didn't enjoy The Sea Witch. I gave it 4 stars. Waiting for Tom Hanks by Carrie Winfrey has a 3.51 rating. I gave it 2 stars. I didn't enjoy how caught up the main character was in wanting to be in a rom-com movie. I thought it was a little weird, but I get that it was the point of the book. It just didn't work for me, so I gave it 2 stars. Next, there are 2 with a 3.49 rating. Happy Singles Day by Anne-Marie Walker. I kind of get this one. Like I said, it's 3.49. I rated it 4 stars. I think it was just that's what I was looking for in the moment, was kind of a cutesy, not really a lot of angst romance. So I feel like that's probably why. But I would give it, I mean, I can see why it has basically a 3.5. The other one is The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory. I gave this one 4 stars. This was kind of when I decided that maybe Jasmine Guillory wasn't for me. I don't think I read anything after this one. This was the sequel to The Wedding Date. But I don't think I read anything after this one from her. Next is A Spot of Trouble by Terry Wilson. I just recently read this one. It's got a 3.40 average. I gave it 3 stars. It was very over the top. Probably would have made more sense as a like made for TV movie kind of story. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this one, I don't think. Next is Tangled Beauty by K.L. Middleton. This one has a 3.39 rating. I gave it a 2 star. I couldn't tell you what it was. Again, it was probably just a free ebook that I picked up at some point. But yeah, I don't know what this one is about. Next is A Low Country Bride by Perslasia Williams. This one has a 3.38. I gave it a 3 star. I kind of see where they're coming from on this one. I listened to the audiobook of this one, and it just never really seemed, how do I want to say this? It just never really seemed like it got, like there were a lot of elements to it, but it never really seemed like they came together in like a cohesive story, if that makes sense. Next was No Judgments by Meg Cabot. This one has a 3.36. I give it a 3 stars. I get why this one is low. This one was just not, it's just not. And the lowest rated book on my Goodreads is Real Men Knit by Kwana Jackson. This has a 3.29. I rated it 4 stars. It was one that was marketed very terribly. I remember this. It was marketed as a romance. So I thought it was going to be like a little bit spicy, and it was not at all. It was very much more about this family of, I want to say there were 4 guys, and they were adopted by this woman, and they were trying to save her knitting shop. And that was more of the focus than the romance. This one was marketed terribly. I know why this one is so low rated. Okay, so those were the lowest rated books that I have on my Goodreads. Again, like I said, with the best ones, let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know if you're surprised any of them are there. I don't think I was too surprised by any of them. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.